Yo, what is going on? It's your boy Lex, and yes, as the title says, we are gonna try every form of cheese that can be used on the ladder because right now it is official ladder tournament, aka you'll see so much cheese, and we're here to find out which cheese is viable and which cheese is trash. So in each video, it's gonna be a two-part video. We're gonna use three different types of cheese in one game, unless we get brutally destroyed, then we'll search up another using that same team. And we're gonna try to figure out which of these cheeses has the most potential. I don't expect this video to go very well. Let me start off by saying that. But the types of cheese that I picked up are Webs, Choice Band Excadrill with Gravity Lando, which is probably trash, Rain, Grassy Terrain, Trick Room, and Psychic Terrain bundled together. You know the team, it's very classic. And then we have Veil. So our goal is to hopefully win and find out what cheese is the most efficient. So we're going to start it off, and I will see you very soon. Quick shout outs to all my members and everyone that joins in for the streams. Much love and much appreciated. I'll see you for game one. All right, we have game number one, and we're playing against Hatterin, but never fear. This team I actually made for my friend Mako in official ladder tournament way back. I think I also made it for M Forbes as well. But we have skill swap Rabombi. The rest of the team is Shuka Goldango, Water Blast Iron Moth, which might be trash, Attack Booster Tusk, Life Orb Sub Enamorous, and then Nasty Plot Deox. So it is a very nasty team. Alright, right off the bat, we are led into Iron Moth, and we might just lose if this clicks sub. Hmm. Is this gonna click sub? It doesn't. Okay, it clicks Fire Dance. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Hopefully we connect the Stun Spore. Okay, great. And now we're gonna try to skill swap the hat. Oh my god, perfect. So we take away its magic bounce, and now we can get up webs for free, which is really, really nice, of course. And now we'll just let Rabombi die. Alright, so we get knocked out by Crunch. This set is probably a defensive set, so I feel like... Ah, no, we could just go Deoxys. I think Deoxys is pretty free here. We can actually rip a Nasty Plot. King Gambit comes out. I'm kind of down to Terra Focus Blast, honestly. Like, given how strong our team is, I feel like we actually don't really care about exhausting Terra. Okay, we do connect, which is great. It should put this into Shadow Ball range. Oh my god, it's a disaster. It's a disaster, bro. Oh my god, it's such a disaster. It's fine, we're just gonna Shadow Ball. I can't believe Hatterin lived that interaction. That is so bad, but it's fine. I think our Enamorous is really, really strong here. So now I'm gonna just go Iron Moth. And I think I'm gonna sub, honestly. I feel like sub is pretty free. Nice. We get the sub, which means we have a guaranteed Fiery Dance, which could boost and really lead into something disgusting into them. We do get the boost, okay? So far, this cheese is going pretty much as planned. Aside from the mess up with Deoxys, but that's okay. Alright, we're just going to Fiery Dance, bring this Lando very low. Get knocked out with Earthquake. That's fine. And now we're going to bring in our Great Tuscathy. And we're just going to go for a spin. Speed boost up. I could see them go like Iron Moth first and then back to Lando. But Tusk should be able to put in some good work here. Force Zama in probably, which could be nice. Okay, they just elect to go for the spin, so we keep our attack boost, which is pretty great. Now Zama is in. We can just go for a headlong here. We should be able to live a press, I think. Okay, they go for Roar. That's fine. They force Goldango in. And I think that's fine. Although, honestly, I want to go... I want to keep Tusk in first, I think. Yeah, we eat that Crunch. We'll just go for Headlong here. Does knock out the Za, Which must have been a roll because Booster attacked at 60 and we did 52. We probably force Kyurem in now. The thing is, if Kyurem isn't adamant, we lose to Terra Fire Dragon Dance. Because that's kind of how Webs is. You don't have your Terra, it might just be Jove. Okay, Kyurem is the choice. We really gotta hope it's adamant. Although I guess we can technically spin once. Yeah, I feel like we can spin once if they Dragon Dance. Scout out what they're going for. Alright, now we're gonna head smash. Oh no. Well, if they're a Terra that beats us, we just lose. Well, that's really unlucky because head smash definitely blew this up. Yeah, and now we guaranteed lose. Holy shit, that really sucks. Head smash would have blown this thing up. I'm upset. I'm upset. Like, we really just lose because head smash misses? Like, are we fucking serious? Alright, well, let's move on to the next one. We would have definitely won this game, but it is what it is. Alright, we have our next game. Unfortunately, we didn't face against an old T player, but this should still be a good shout to see how good Excadrill is. Versus a Glamora and Treads and Hat team. We're probably just going to lead Ogerpon, is my guess. Actually, Dragapult's a pretty good lead too. Okay, they are speed booster. We're just going to try to burn this. They just rocks up. They give no fucks. But that's fine. It's not like we have Hat to deny Hazard specifically. Well, I guess, yeah, it's so we beat, like, Ting Lu and stuff. Which is fair. Okay, we're just gonna Hex again. They don't really have a great switch into Dragapult, honestly. So I think this might be fine. Okay, now Glamora is in. Definitely don't want these spikes going up, so we're gonna hard Hat. And hopefully it's not something that beats Hat. But now we get a pretty free Psychic Noise, so we're just gonna go for that. They bring in their own Hat, okay. That doesn't look like AV damage, so it's probably some kind of Calm Mind. But here we can just spam Mystical Fire, I think, because we should outspeed, yeah. Actually, that might actually be AV damage, but I'm not sure. We're gonna Sign Noise regardless. And then we'll try Dragon Kiss. They nuzzle us, sure. And we'll just spam Kiss, take the trade. They actually cuss that berry. But instead of going for Healing Wish, they actually go for the Dazzling Gleam chip. They must be really scared of this Hat. This game is looking real good for Excadrill, I will say. Alright, here we're just going to sack. Just click Psyshock. That's fine. And now we'll bring in Dragapult and go for a Wisp. They decide to just go Glamora. Understandable. Here we can actually go T-Tar. No, I think we just Hex and let this die. Oh, it's actually Scarf Glamora. Okay, cool. Let's go Excadrill and let's click X-Scissor, because they definitely shouldn't expect Choice Band X-Scissor to come out. So I'm assuming they go Ogerpon here. Yep, and we knock out Ogerpon, which is massive. Now they're going to bring in Dragonite, which is a pretty free T-Tar for us. Yep. So we're just going to go T-Tar here. I think we can actually Terra T-Tar versus D-Knight. And then knock it out with Ice Beam. Because I don't think we actually need Terra for anything else. Okay, they just go for Ice Spinner. Do we live Earthquake? No, if Ice Spinner is at 28, we definitely don't live Earthquake. I'm done to just Terra, though. Okay, so they actually did go Glamour instead. Fair enough. We're gonna just try to get our rocks up here. Okay. So rocks are now up, and we want to keep the T-Tart to keep the sand up. So we're gonna hard switch Excadrill here. Okay, and now we're gonna click Iron Head. All right. So they're gonna bring in Raging Bolt, which doesn't really accomplish much. I think we just Iron Head here. Honestly. Okay, they just go for E-Speed. That's Choice Spin? Wait, was it Choice Spin Ice Spinner this whole time? I definitely should have known the calc. I didn't realize we were that tanky though. Okay, here we can just hard Lando. We will force a tear out so we can U-turn and sack T-Tar. They're surely not going to just let us... Yeah, I was going to say, they're definitely not going to just let us mess around with that. Alright, here I'm actually going to sack Ogre Pawn, because I think we can die to +1 clap. And now we're going to Lando, and we're going to U-turn into T-Tar. And then this should be a guaranteed win, because he'll be taking Sand Chip. Yep. And now it should always be an Iron Head range no matter what. And that should be a dub. Alright. So Sand Gravity was actually able to pull out the win. That's pretty interesting to know. Alright, let's move on to the next game. Alright, we have our next game, and it's versus what looks to be some Giga Fat that we're definitely going to get fried by. But maybe Dark Glasses King Gambit can go crazy at the end. And honestly, our Moltres kind of goes stupid too, to be honest. We're just going to leave Pelipper here like a bot, because it seems fine. What is our team? This is actually an old Zav GB rain that I repurposed with Mystic Water Barraskewda instead. Is this Specs Pult? Okay, it is Specs Pult. We're just going to get the U-turn off. And now we're going to bring in Moltres. And Moltres low-key goes kind of stupid right now. With this Weather Ball Hurricane combo. I'm kind of fucking with it. Hold on, hold on. Like, this Ting Lu's about to take a lot of damage. Bang! Okay, 49 is a little less than I thought. But now we're going to go for Kane. Okay, now we're going to go for Weather Ball. 47%. That's pretty good. They get their rocks up, which is a little problematic. I can't lie. But I'm pretty sure we can just Weather Ball for free. Oh, actually, Kane does 165. Weather Ball's 200. Kane might actually kill them here. So we're actually going to Kane. We catch the Dozo, which is really nice. Okay, it's Spadef Dozo, so that actually did nothing. Good lord, that did nothing. We're just going to spam Kane again because we've got the Confuse. We can fish one time, probably. They go for Liquidation. They almost knock us out. But we're just going to Kane again. Seems fine. And if they get the rest off, then we're just going to... Okay, then we're just going to Roost. It's fine. And hopefully they don't Sleep Talk us. That would suck. Okay. They go for the Sleep Talk. They get Curse. Honestly, a little scary, but we're going to go Treads here. Because we want that spin. We need our Weather to win, and our Pelipper is at 1 HP. It's not very cash money. Okay, they actually go Lu. That's pretty wild. I'm going to just spin. Nice, we get the spin off. They probably just Earthquake us. That's fine. I'm willing to trade rocks for a dead Treads. We get our Pelipper back. I feel like that's a pretty good trade for us. Yeah, I kind of like that. Actually, we should just Ice Spinner. We should keep this thing low for Raging Bolt. Yeah. Okay. They're gonna protect. We'll get rocks up of our own. Yep. Very easy play to make. And now we can go for the spin. And if they knock us out, that's totally fine. We're gonna bring Pelipper back in. And then Raging Bolt should go crazy, I think. Okay, they actually go Pult here. So they're denying us rain completely. But we can Ice Spinner and keep this Dragapult at 1 HP. Force them to defog. Or let their Pult basically be dead. Okay, they go for Shadow Ball. Sure. Now we're going to bring in King Gambit, I think. Yeah, we kind of have to. I'm going to go for a Katao. Fallen 1 Black Glasses probably does a decent amount to Corv. Okay, it does invite Slitherwing, which actually takes quite a bit. And now we can just go Moltres low-key. Raging Bolt without Terra honestly kind of wins. So if we get a burn here, that's really nice. That's really nice. Okay. Alright, I mean, not Raging Bolt without Terra. Raging Bolt without, what's it called? Rain is what I meant. Actually, no, we have to connect Thunder, so probably not actually that good. Here we're just gonna Cane though. Should do a lot of damage to Weezing. Yep. Get the Confuse. They get T-Spikes up. Okay, that can't be good. In fact, that has to be really, really bad. But we'll just Weather Ball to knock the Weezing out. We might actually have to try to win with King Gambit. Because now they've definitely committed to not tearing, or I mean not defogging. So we're gonna have to play up with hazards the whole time for the remainder of the game, which is not gonna be fun, but we're gonna try our best. So here I am inclined to sack Pelipper. I think it's fine at this point. As Dozo burns another Sleep Talk. And then we're kind of forced to Raging Bolt now. But Dragon Pulse should probably just claim something at this point. I think Ting Lu likely gets sacked here. This could be a Moltres endgame, honestly, if Dozo ever dies. And we have Terra Dark to surprise the Dozo and do a lot of damage to it. So I'm curious how that'll go. Okay, Slitherwing was the sack as expected. And we'll just Dragon Pulse on the first impression. Yep, only does 19. So we still have quite a few hits left for Raging Bolt. Alright, so they're just going to Protect spam here. But we're just going to take our knockout. Hopefully they don't get an extra Protect. Okay, they decide to go Corviknight. Which is fair enough. I think we are just going to Dragon Pulse again, though. Actually, they might try to Roost to bank on us missing. But, it's fine. We'll just Dragon Pulse. Okay, cool. We catch the Ting Lu. So we actually still technically get one more kill, which I assume is a Dragon Bolt sack. Okay, and here I actually want to sack Barraskewda and then sack Raging Bolt. Wait, what? They let Barraskewda live? Okay, well, we're just gonna try to flip turn. They either knock us out or go Dozo. Okay. Now we're gonna sack Raging Bolt. And now we're gonna bring King Gambit back in. And we're just gonna Sucker Punch this Bolt. Yep. Okay, we're fallen for King Gambit. Does this all come down to if we live or if we outspeed Corv? So it's definitely Max Spadef Dozo. Let's see, it is Careful Nature. Black Glasses, Terra Dark, King Gambit. Doesn't do enough. Oh wait, that's not without Fallen. Okay. Fallen 4. Okay, that 2 KOs for sure. Okay, so we definitely have to outspeed this Corv though. Oh no, we don't. It's so fast. Oh god. Okay, okay, it's fine, it's fine. That's a really fast Corv, and we didn't have any calcs to base it off earlier, which sucks. Oh, that really sucks. Maybe we had the Swords Dance versus Pull, honestly. Like Terra Swords Dance, but I'm not sure. Alright, it's fine. We bring Moltres back in. We're just gonna click Hurricane here. We'll go for a Will-O-Wisp now. I think at this point they know that they wall us, but I think it's fine. Well, it's definitely not fine. I'm pretty sure we lose. Like, I don't think we can do anything about this Corv. We're just gonna spam Weather Ball as much as we can. Because we need all the Hurricanes for Dozo. Damn, taking that Draco early was not ideal, but we kind of had to. I wonder if anything else could have gone better. I'm not sure, but we're just gonna spam Wisp now. Three Roosts left. We should be able to PP stall it enough. It's gonna be close. Actually, I don't think we can PP stall enough. 3 Roosts is a lot of Roosts to keep. But they do eventually have to defog or attack us, so that's important. Because they only have, well, they have 13 Iron defenses. They might actually have more than enough. We're gonna spam Roost now. We'll let all the Roosts go. Let's see, in total we have 7 hits. They have 11 IDEFs. Jesus Christ. I think we're PP stalled. I think Rain is definitely an inconsistent playstyle. I wonder if there was anything we could have done differently. I don't know. I'm sure there was, though. Alright, now we'll spam Wisp. Maybe we can force them to start attacking us, but what does that even do? We only have 1 Roost left, but we only have like 5 more actions. Wait, we could struggle knock ourselves out low-key. Hold on a second. If we bring the Corv low enough into sucker range, we can struggle knock ourselves out, and we might be able to win. They have 1 Roost left. If we connect all 5 Canes, I think we can win. Or maybe it only needs to be like 4. Because Gambit does like 70 to Dozo. So we just need to put this in range. Okay, that's 1 cane doing 30%. We need to connect 2 more canes. If we connect 2 more, I think we can win. But we kind of want to miss the other ones low-key. Yeah, we want to miss these. Oh shit, we're connecting. Yo, we want to miss those, bro. Why can't we miss them? All right, well, I think it's pretty cooked now. Yo, the one time you don't actually want to connect, you do. That sucks. We can still crit with Gambit, though. And then we have one Hurricane left. Damn, if we missed two of those Canes, I'm pretty sure we won because we struggled and then King Gambit would have come in. But then he can just spam press on his end, so it's not like we can even switch out to King Gambit. Fellas, cheese is not good. Let me tell you that right now. Cheese is not so good. Oh wait, they're Terra Fire. Oh, I guess then he... Oh, I mean Terra Dark. Okay, we lost anyways then. We've been lost, in fact. We could flinch twice into Hurricane range. That would be pretty insane. But, you know, they blue ball us and it's not enough. I feel like we actually had pretty good odds to win this, but that's unfortunate. We're gonna get one more game with the webs and then see how that goes. All right, we have our last game with webs into. Okay, this is probably decent. I think I've played against this guy before, but I don't remember honestly. So we're just gonna web. Why not? Okay, they're just gonna Gigaton us, and now we're gonna go Great Tusk and just Rapid Spin. We can keep the sack on Rabambi, which is cool. I don't know what they go for actually. Do they hard Moltres? Okay. We do have Head Smash, so even if we get burned, we should be able to just rip it. Nice. We knock out the Moltres, which is huge. We do get burned, which, you know, is not great, but we already dodged one out of two chance. Moltres doing Moltres things. It is what it is. Now Tusk is in. I'm definitely going to go Goldango here. Like 100%. And now Shuka Berry is going to be clutch here because we can rip a Make It Rain. Fortunately, they are not my... Oh, that's a new animation, but it gets O-code. That is very nice. That is very nice. But now Dragonite is in. This thing is danger. Danger, danger. I guess we'll Enamorous. Oh. Are they like Choice Band or something? We'll just Moonblast. I think Moonblast into Earth Power should knock out Tinkaton. Okay, well definitely with the crit. Wait, I forgot we're slow. Oh no. I totally forgot we're slow. We might have just thrown the whole game. But maybe we can boost up to the max and be fine. Okay, Dragonite in. We are just gonna... I feel like I could just Sludge Wave. And I can just Terra Sludge Wave. We definitely don't need the Terra on Deoxys. And I feel like we can eat a Choice Band Earthquake if it is that. Okay, no, he's D-Dance. Okay, we're definitely going to sack Rabambi here. On the Terra normal E-Speed, okay. Now we're going to go Deoxys and hope that we live E-Speed with our bulk EVs. I think we should. Yes, yes, please connect, please connect. Yes! Okay, okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Still close, though. Alright, first we go Moth, I want to say. Yeah, Moth makes sense to me. And now we just Sludge Wave. Okay. They make the right play of going Slow King. We can Fiery Dance once or twice. Okay, we get the boost and a crit. They Chili. Okay, that looks great. Now we just Sludge Wave and it's game over. Nice, nice, nice. We did get a win with webs. Overall, we went like 3-2, or no, like 2-2, which isn't amazing with Cheese. But that's kind of the point, right? Because Cheese is not a consistent playstyle at all. You cannot rely on it to win you consistently, which is kind of the point of the video. But we did have some actually pretty close games. We would have went like 3-1 if we connected Head Smash into Kyurem. That really fucking sucked. Like that actually kind of made me a little mad. I was like, come on, dude. You're definitely adamant Kyurem too. So if we connect Head Smash, it's just game over. But that is what it is. Hacks happens. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I will catch you very shortly. Peace and take care.